The Green Bay Packers and Lambeau Field are a large part of life in Green Bay. And Tweet Garrett is honored to have been a significant part of the renovations over the years. Prior to the renovations, I remember coming here as a kid, and you could literally look at the underside of the stadium and it was just metal wall panels that kept everyone out. And I remember hearing old timers talking about how they used to climb the metal wall panels and go sit on the 50-yard line. And with the improvements that were made in the 2001-2003 renovation, the stadium, from an overall perspective, took on a completely different look while enhancing the game day experience for fans. As early as I can remember, Tweet Garrett was hired to work alongside the Green Bay Packers and come in on game day and provide game day assistance. They had a great relationship. One of the guys that was instrumental in that relationship was Mike Moynihan. They knew that if there was a problem with heating or air conditioning, that Mike was going to be there and he was going to take care of them. And prior to the 2001 to 2003 expansion, Mike left Tweet Garrett and came and took a full-time position with the Packers.
I started with the Green Bay Packers in 1999 as the HVAC manager here at Lambeau Field. Back in the day, they used to have electrical heat in the field.
Lombardi had this state-of-the-art field heating system put in, and it actually worked really good.
But the Ice Bowl happened.
The Ice Bowl was in 1967. The story behind the Ice Bowl was they put a tarp on the field that didn't breathe. And so when you heat up grass or any surface that can produce condensation and you don't let that get out, it's gonna freeze on that layer. And so essentially what happened was the night before, the temperatures dropped substantially. And so on game day, when the fields crews took the tarp off of the field, there was a sheet of ice on the field, which ultimately led to Lambeau Field's nickname, the Frozen Tundra. One of the things that Tweet Garrett and the Green Bay Packers have in common is their innovation. Both organizations are always wanting to make sure that their technology is the cutting edge and really driving to help keep the Packers the best organization and see visions that they have come true.
They ended up replacing the field. They put a hydronic system. It's wall-to-wall heated.
It was the first hydronic heating system installed. There really wasn't anyone who had ever done this before. We were the first, and so we had to figure out how this thing was going to work.
The heat in the field, you need really high efficiency boilers.
The purpose of the boilers is to heat the water up. We also use pumps that are going to help push the water from the boiler to the field. So if you were to take this field and you were just pull off the top layer, every 6 inches throughout the field, you would see a white plastic tube.
There is 10 inches of sand on top of the field heating tubing.
There's roughly 26 miles of tubing underneath Lambeau Field. Each tube is going to push 2 gallons per minute, and we're going to run at a certain water temperature to make sure that from end zone to end zone, that temperature on the field is the exact same temperature. But if the temperatures start dropping, like they did at the Ice Bowl, we can overcome the outdoor air temperature dropping fast.
And what we do there is everything goes back to a computer. We know what temperature that field is, and then our field manager will tell us, hey, I want to keep it at this temperature, and we just dial it in.
In addition to the field heating system at Lambeau Field, there's multiple areas where we do what's called snow melting. And essentially what we do is we run the same type of PEX tubing underneath concrete, and we heat that surface up to ensure that if people are walking around the stadium or are exposed to areas that are wet or frozen or gonna get snow on them, that we're able to melt that snow and keep it safe.
We have sensors right in the concrete. And that sensor, if our HVAC manager says, I want our concrete at 50 degrees, That sensor in the concrete will maintain that system to keep it 50 degrees. And we also have a moisture sensor in that concrete. If we get any snow on that sensor or rain, it'll come on itself. The Oneida Nation Gate is on the east side of the building. As you walk in, when you hit that first step, all the way up to the building is all heated. The Harlan Plaza on top of the pro shop, that's all snow melted. And then behind me, the south end zone.
The south end zone was a 10-story expansion that enclosed the remainder of the bowl. It's the tallest structure in the city of Green Bay. So that's one of the largest snowmelt systems, probably in the country.
We don't have to throw all the salt down and push the snow. Now we just snow melt it, and it's awesome.
And we also have snow melt at the top of the tallest structure. So on the 10th floor, there's a viewing platform, and fans on game day can go up to level 10, and they can walk safely out in the open area, and you can look 10 stories down at the playing field and watch the game.
That system has been unbelievable, and Tweet Garrett, their crews have put a lot of miles. We gotta be well over probably 150 miles of PEX tubing at Lambeau Field. There's a ton of it. And what's great about that is it's protection for our fans coming in. There's no slipping. You know, that's just huge.
It really took the stadium from kind of your bottom of the line NFL stadium to one of the best stadiums in the NFL from an overall perspective.
I'm very, very happy with the quality of work that Tweet Garrett does. They have a lot of people there that care. They want to do things right.
No field will ever be done on my watch without Tweet Garrett. It's just awesome. It's a great company all around, great company.